All right, thank you for staying with us. We now talk about, the new development in the political space in Nigeria, especially talking about the opposition PDP. When you talk about PDP, there's part of the opposition at the national level. They still have governors, senators, but then their ranks have been depleted by the day. And some are saying, what is happening? Who will stop the PDP from this free fall? But then some of them in the party came together, to say, we must do something. And they talked about having their national convention, actually, which was fixed like 2 months ago for 15th and 16th of November. That was last weekend. And actually, just after that date was fixed in Ibadan, to happen in Ibadan. That's the home state of the Oyo State Governor, Governor Seyi Makinde, one of the leaders of the party, arguably, possibly the leader of the party in the Southwest, being a second-time governor. And many concerns. Just a few days before that particular convention was to be held, the National Secretary of the party, Senator Anyao, came out to say he wasn't part of that decision. And, and in fact, he made an allegation that possibly signature was cloned. And many persons in the PDP said, you're joking, you're part of this decision as well. And then there was a concern, should he go ahead, should he not go ahead? And then myriads of court cases, 2 court rulings came from Abuja saying these should not hold for reasons. Some talked about state congresses that have not been concluded, and then another one from former Jigawa State Governor Sule Lamido, who talked about being disenfranchised from contesting or even obtaining a nomination form of that party for the position of the national chairmanship, because we learned there was a consensus that former Minister of Special Duties Tani Muturaki was the consensus candidate from the Northern Bloc. And so the moment he got the nomination form, just 1 or 2 days after, the sale of nomination was announced suspended by the Convention Planning Committee chairman, as Governor of Interior of Adamawa State, and that angered the man who told them, you are playing with fire because he will go to court. You can't disenfranchise him. And the man went to court. On Friday, the court said PDP hold it to every necessary thing he's done for this man not to be disenfranchised. But then the convention went ahead, 15th and 16th, and it produced and returned Tani Muturaki as the new chairman of that party. Other officers were elected as well. And a decision was taken in what the PDP called, to foster unity and discipline and focus in their party. They mentioned some stakeholders that henceforth from that meeting, they are now suspended. Talking about the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, former Ekiti State Governor, Ayo Fayose, and, a particular senior advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Adeyemi Ajibade, and some other persons, they say, for anti-party activities and all of those things. And there have been reactions to that. Just after that, some governors came out and say, we are not part of that situation. So you thought, oh, our PDP as a party, are they putting their house together? Are they getting it right? All of a sudden, these governors that have been depleted by the day, some of them are still there. They are saying, we are not part of that. So what does this do? If I talk about the legality, the veracity of that particular convention, we are being joined by 2 politicians, stakeholders in their own right in the Nigerian politics on different ends. In the studio, we have with us an Osun APC Chieftain, Honorable Jamiu Olawumi. Thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure to be here. Good morning.
Thank you very much. And of course, at the other end, we have a former National Deputy Publicity Secretary of that party, talking about the PDP, Prince Diran Odeyemi, joins us virtually. Prince, good morning. Good to have you on the program.
Good morning. I'm happy to join you this morning.
All right, and here we'll go. Let me start with you because it's your home.
Yes.
It's the PDP. And this has happened. Are you impressed by what has happened pre-convention, the convention itself, and all the ratification that has been done? You now have a new chairman, and there are reactions to that. Then the suspension of these stakeholders Are you impressed, or you are still not too happy with what is happening? I need your impression. Mr. Odeyemi, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Just like I normally say, whatever I'm going to say here this morning is my personal view. It has got nothing to do with Osun State PDP. They may hold a different position. They may believe in different fashion of the party. But I, as Diran Odeyemi, is expressing my view.
Right.
What happened in Ibadan is a charade. It's not a convention.
It's a charade.
Look at the whole scenario. Yes. If you look at the whole scenario and what played out, you will agree with me that what happened is not a convention. It's an exhibition of ego of Governor Seyi Makinde. Pre the convention, you have two different judgments from federal high courts. Advising the party not to go ahead with the convention. One specifically gave conditions, and these are that for you to have an all-encompassing convention that will involve all members of your party, go and organize primaries in some states. That was not done. I mean, the Congress. He also made it clear that contrary to Damagu's statement, that they have lost trust in the legal advisor, that they were appointing another legal person to represent the party. The judge gave a judgment against that. We only recognize the legal advisor according to to your own constitution. And the third one was the issue of the secretary. That is, any letter going to INEC must be co-signed by the secretary, not only the chairman letter will be recognized. That is, the two of them have to sign a letter to INEC, giving INEC 21 days notification about their convention. You will think that a party, the leadership that understands peace and wants peace in the political party, we just go back to the office and do the needful. The needful of getting everybody involved in this matter, call everybody together, right all the wrongs according to the court, organize congresses in the states, recognize the national legal advisor, and look at how both of you will now sign a letter indicating giving INEC 21 days notice for a new convention date. But when they got to the office, what they did was to sanction 3 principal officers through suspension. You suspend the National Organizing Secretary, who is supposed to control the congresses in all these states. You suspend the legal advisor, who is recognized in law, and you said the secretary of the party you had suspended them, and you now went ahead against court judgments. And look at it. I think it is high time we remove democracy or democratic in the motto of the party. When you say People's Democratic Party, what is democratic in what was done in Ibadan on Saturday? What is democratic about it? People aspired for positions, but what did they do? They printed only one form each for each position, and they ordered it. And that was the basis on which Lamido went to court. I want to contest, you cannot stop me. I'm a foundation member of this political party. And the court said, yes, Lamido must participate in that election. What did they do? They said they have anointed the Turaki. And the drama that played out, they nominated him. INEC was not present at the convention. And the whole thing was just coming together of party men just to see their faces and enjoy themselves, nothing more than that. So as far as I'm concerned, it was a jamboree, not a proper convention.
Right.
And another thing that played out, which was very ugly, was the suspension of some key leaders. Yes, you have every right to suspend. You have every right to say, yes, leave our party. But you cannot flout the constitution of the party. It's the constitution. I've read it severally. The problem we have in PDP is that we kept flouting our own constitution. Right from the day we conducted our presidential primary election, we flouted the convention of having the presidential candidate from the South. And we followed it up with series of contradictions and petitioning our constitution. The constitution says, if you want to discipline any member for whatever reason, there must be a panel, an opportunity for the person to present himself. Where was this happen? Where were these people invited? And what were the basis of the suspension? If you are now saying they engage themselves in party activities, look at it. Chief Bodejo that moved that motion and said they accused them of anti-party activities was the one who endorsed Obi in Lagos. He didn't support Atiku, who happens to be the candidate of the party. He endorsed Obi in Lagos. And there is somebody accusing another fellow of anti-party activities. Look at Governor Seyi Makinde, who hosted the convention. Was he not a member of the G5 that said Atiku will not become the president of the country? So who is accusing who?
All right.
Who actually should be expelled from this from the party? So a lot of charade, a lot of violation of constitution and even logic took place at that convention, and that's why personally I knew what was going to happen. I didn't attend, and I'm happy that the outcome is not positive.
All right, we'll come back to
Prince, I'm shocked this morning that you're against the convention that took place in your own party. But yes, you talked about the constitution of your party, and to speak to it, there is a provision for fair hearing under Article 57 of the constitution of your party. But just to quickly talk about it now, in line with what you've said earlier, would you say that there was no ample opportunity, or did you not see it as something that was necessary, all of this time? From 2021 down to 2025, you're facing an imminent election, very soon. Was there no ample opportunity to have called all of these offending members, at least, so to speak, these now expelled members of your party? Was there no ample opportunity or time to have called them to this panel that you're speaking of this morning, to have challenged them about the so-called anti-party activities?
You see, two governors have dissociated themselves from that singular action. You cannot say these people do not know what they are doing to have condemned the action. I'm not saying you cannot discipline any member, yes, but follow the constitution and follow the normal way. You don't just play to the gallery and just come up on the rostrum and say, yes, I'm reading out a proposal, or what do they call it, a motion, that these people should be expelled. Expelled for what? What are their offenses?
Are you saying they have no offense? Prince, let's be clear. Are you saying they have no offense?
No. If they have offense, there is provision in the constitution that deals with that section. You accuse people, you can accuse anybody of anti-party or whatever. You give them the fair hearing by setting up a disciplinary committee. If you invite them and they fail to come, that's another thing. But not just play to the gathering. According to what happened at the convention now, a lot of people said it was not discussed at all. And they said they were not part of it because it wasn't, what was planned. It must be an agreement between Chief Bodejo and Governor Seyi Makinde. I think the two of them only know about it. And that is why even the governors who were present were shocked. So I'm not saying you cannot discipline a member. No, you must discipline members who go against the constitution of the party. But give them fair hearing. Accuse them of something. And in this case, I've just pointed it out. whatever they are accusing all of them, Wike, Fayose, and all of them, whatever accusation you love with, to say also. So why do you now play to the Guardian? Who do you want to impress?
All right. I think more like
it's my question.
Yeah.
Not that you cannot express. You have every right to express.
All right. We'll come back to you, Prince.
So come to that.
Yeah. Point well made. Let's come back to the studio now. Honorable Jamiu Olawumi, you're an APC chieftain, and something tells me you must be enjoying this now. Whatever is happening, because just like Ashiwaju said, it's not in his place to help the opposition put its house in order, but definitely is enjoying the Ashari. Aren't you?
Thank you very much, and with utmost respect to Prince Diran Odeyemi, I like his frankness, and I like the way he has put it, that the convention was a charity. Good brother, I think let's start on this note that I expect him very soon to come and join APC, especially to come and join his kinsman, Otumba Olawumi, for his global aspiration. That, by the way,
why will he do that?
He has been an Olawumi person.
Okay.
So you can't deny it.
Let's stick to this conversation.
So let's come back to what we are talking about. It's quite unfortunate. I don't like it, though I belong to APC. I like a democracy where opposition also thrives.
Really?
Yeah.
So all of the defections, all of the one-party states rumors.
There's nothing like one-party state, my sister.
Even with the defections?
No, not about one-party state. They are not coerced. And if you can come up with a proof of coercion, you want to join a party, it's free entry, free exit.
All right.
And politics is about people, and it's also local. If you make an assessment that people in your state are aspiring or clamoring to move to other party for obvious reasons, there are every reason to leave PDP in the last 4 years, 3 years or so. And that is a party that had been very vibrant before 2022. And all of a sudden, everybody every day is becoming despotic. Everybody wants to take power, whichever way you have seen it, and use it lavishly on the party. You have the national chairman not even respecting the constitution that produced him as national chairman. You have these cases going to Supreme Court, coming back, somebody national secretary, somebody is not. You have case of G5 like he has enumerated. Anybody who wants his future activated through that party will be skeptical and may have to leave. You want to contest election with the national secretary of the party that is recognized by law to forward names to INEC. If you don't have a particular secretary in place, you find two people fighting it out, using all manners of attack, physical, at the national secretariat. Who signs your form to INEC?
But problems are meant to be solved.
Yes, but when people are not solving it, you cannot solve it because you don't have a mouth in it.
Well, this convention aimed at solving it. Or did you think it has been compounded?
They did solve it. When even the chairman of National Convention Committee was disowning the decision of the convention.
Just a part of the decision.
He
Not
said, wait,
yeah,
there's a tiny clause that says INEC may send or may not send. But where you have requested, you have invited INEC to come.
Are you sure it was an invitation or a notification? Because that's the requirement.
Excuse me, whether you are calling notification. If you are not invited, you don't need to give me notice.
That's statutory. to notify?
You don't need to give me notice, because what your attendance is too much consequential. It's a national convention of the party. A convention that has been bedeviled with too many court cases that should not hold, and judgments served on INEC.
There was another
one that says it should hold.
Let me tell you, court is always a court. You come to a court, whether the court has jurisdiction or not, whether it is relevant or not, the judge must dispense of that case to a ruling. So if you go to magistrate court, they will give a ruling. Will it be binding on INEC? The point is, if you don't approach a court, you don't expect a ruling. Even if you approach the wrong court, you will get a ruling.
So in this case, which is the wrong or the right court?
You cannot say a state high court has jurisdiction on national convention of a party.
Now we have two. One saying go ahead, another saying no.
State high court or federal high court? A state high court cannot say go ahead. Because if there have been a judgment of the federal high court in Abuja that don't hold the convention, the next thing for you as a litigant is to go to approach the appeal court, not to go to state high court. Court of coordinate jurisdiction cannot overrule themselves. Okay. So in this case, like Prince Odeyemi had observed and declared, the convention has compounded the problem, the woes of PDP, as against solving the problem.
Because of those, was it because the convention was held bearing court rulings, or because of that singular act of that particular suspension?
The constitution of that party says complete congresses in state. About 5 states congresses are not completed. About 5 states. The Chief Bode George announcement is also despotic. Who gives him that power?
What announcement?
To come and read out names of suspended people are going to be suspended.
No, I'm not sure that's the way it went. I think there will always be time for people to talk and all of those things. He moved a motion for their suspension,
and it was adopted.
Well, that's part of the reason for the convention. But then,
let's see where it takes them.
All right. Now, let me go back to Prince Odeyemi. Now, so many of these party chieftains have disowned this decision. Now, this is a tweet from Ahmadu Umar Fintiri, the governor of Adamawa State, where he said, I, Right Honorable Ahmadu Umar Fintiri, governor of Adamawa State, wish to categorically state that I dissociate myself from the position of expelling the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, from PDP. I believe that this decision is not in the best interest of the party, and I will not be party to any attempt that could further plunge the PDP into unending crisis. He chose his word carefully, where he talked about the suspension of Wike.
Why Wike?
He didn't talk about the suspension of others. That's number one. Okay. I'll give you another instance. And, Caleb Mutfwang is the governor of Plateau State. Who said, excuse me, and I'm trying to get that particular reaction, sorry, who said, at this crucial moment for our party, yes, at this, there you go, the first tweet, at this crucial moment for our party, I believe pursuing expulsions is neither prudent nor constructive. What the PDP needs now is calm judgment, unity and genuine reconciliation. The move to expel Barrister Nyesom Wike, Ayo Fayose, Samuel Anyanwu and others was not discussed at the PDP Governors Forum or presented to the NEC. It does not reflect my position or that of our leadership. Our strength lies in dialogue, inclusiveness, and collective engagement, not further division. You see the particular tone of this person saying, at the Governors Forum, we were not told that. Yeah. At the NEC, we were not told. This happened at the convention, and he listed Fayose and other persons. Okay. Governor Fintiri only talked about Fayose. Now,
about Wike.
About Wike. Now, the Oshoko himself, that's how Fayose has reacted to this, where he said, if you can have that up, the living can be found among the dead.
Yeah.
The dead don't expel the living. This is a cryptic message, and it's sounding like this guy doesn't care about whatever happened in that party.
He actually said he was out of the party.
Yeah, okay. So Prince Odeyemi, the party, if actually these are the issues, and these are key leaders. Umar of Interior is a leader, key leader in that party. He didn't. I'm not sure if actually he attended that party, but at that party I saw the San Francisco State Governor. Convention. I saw Bala Mohammed
was there
as well. So this is the state. As some are saying, this is what is necessary. On the PDP Twitter handle, they said, because of focus, party discipline, and unity, we have taken this decision. And these individuals are saying, we are not part of that. So is this not the end of Solomon Grundy?
No, I disagree. It is not the end of PDP. It is still part of the crisis, which could better be described as ongoing crisis. Not that it is beyond solution. And for the mere fact that you have some governors dissociating themselves from the action of Shibode George and Shimakinde, is an indication that we still have people who are thinking right and who are thinking about solution and not the problems. And just like I've said severally, part of the problem we have in PDP is interpersonal ego of all these stakeholders. That is one. The second is their personal and selfish interest in controlling the party so that they can have a ladder to climb to whatever position they want. And the third one, which I understand, is the rascality of some individuals. If you put all these three together, you will not find any other reason why we are in this crisis.
Who are these rascals?
And just like I said,
now you talk about rascality. Who are because some will say for Minister Wike, it's just like a proverbial way of in this part of the Southwest, and you are my elders, you know this. They talked about the meat at the leg of a cow. Eat it, you are saying it's bone. Leave it, you are saying there is meat inside. So for Wike, it's neither here nor there. And some people are saying it's better we do away with all of you and let's rebuild. You are still saying this decision is wrong. So who shall save the PDP from itself?
I have not said that expelling anybody from the party is wrong. Okay. Don't quote me wrongly.
Okay. Yeah. What's your position?
What I've said is follow the due process. Only the neck. Number one, you cannot discipline an individual because we did not join this party at the national level. We all joined at the world level. So if you want to expel anybody, you have to do that in his ward.
They suspended.
Of all the chairmen.
Prince, they suspended, they didn't expel.
Even if you want to suspend whatever action you want to take against any member, it has to be from where he joined the party. And that is the ward level. That's what the Constitution says. Yeah. But the Constitution, went further to say you can do that at the National Executive Council meeting, NEC, not at the convention or convention grant. And whatever you want to do about either suspension, expulsion, or whatever, you still give the people fair hearing. We understand you engage in anti-party activities. Why will you do that? Why will the party not discipline you? You still give them the right to explain or tell you what made them to talk or to do certain things wrongly or against the party. And I said this, all that as a very important key point. And this is that the person who moved the motion is also guilty of the same accusation he leveled against the people he suspended. That is a key point. You endorsed Obi in Lagos. Seyi Makinde was part of the G5, and you premised your suspension of others on these points. It's wrong. It's a vendetta. It's just like I will use the opportunity of attending this convention to make sure that I expel you from the party. It has become individualistic. You are not representing the party or the generality of the people as expressed by two governors who said we did not discuss this. you did not inform us that you are going to do this, and as a result, cut us out of this your expulsion strategy. And they went further to say they believe in dialogue as a way out of all this crisis, which I subscribe to too. And that's why I'm saying the party is not dead, because we still have some rational people thinking logically and thinking about how to resolve issues.
All right.
And let me briefly make a comment about what my brother said. Jamiu, Senator Olawumi is my senior in secondary school. We attended St. John's together, so we grew up together.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that if he is in a political party, I just must follow him. Even late Governor Akala, who brought me into politics, when he went to NPP to contest an election, or APP or whatever, I told him frantically that I am not going to. I'm a man of myself, and I believe in what I believe, and I stand for whatever I stand for.
Thank you.
APC, we are watching what will come out of your primary. Only then can we talk.
Okay.
All right, dear viewers and analysts on the show, we'll be taking a quick break now. When we
All right, thank you for staying with us. We have been talking about the National Convention of the PDP that was held 2 days ago, 15th and 16th of November. What happened, the events that preceded that convention, the different court cases, 2 from Abuja, 1 from Ibadan, saying don't go ahead with these convention, and the latest was that of Justice Peter Lifu on Friday, when he ruled on the suit filed by former Jigawa State Governor Sule Lamido, who, sued the party, because of being disenfranchised. And the party said, hold on. The court said, hold on, let the proper things be done before you go ahead. But then, regardless, the convention went ahead, and of course, these are some of the features of that convention. And it returned Tani Muturaki, former Minister of Special Duties, as the chairman of that party right now. It was hosted by the state governor, Seyi Makinde, and part of what happened at that convention was the suspension of some chieftains, now former, you might want to say, but then they are still suspended, not expelled. Maybe there's still opportunity for them to be a part of the party again. Minister Nyesom Wike, that of the FCT, former Governor Peter Ayo Fayose, and some officers of that particular party. Senator Samuel Anyao, the secretary of the party, among others as well. Now, we have been talking with Jamiu Olawumi of the APC, Prince Diran Odeyemi of the PDP. We have been joined by the Southwest Vice Chairman, or the Vice Chairman, Southwest of the PDP, Ajisafe Kamoru Toyese.
Present, because there has been a convention.
All right. I think you will tell us right now. But then, Alhaji Toyese Ajisafe joins us right now. He was, definitely the leader, and still the leader, except he's going to tell us otherwise now.
If
the Southwest Chairman of the PDP. He joins us. Alhaji, good morning. Thank you for joining us. It's been a while.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Those that are in the studio, and good morning, Nigeria.
Good to hear you.
Good morning. Thank you, sir. Please confirm, are you still the Southwest, the National Vice Chairman Southwest of the party PDP?
Yes.
All right.
I am still the National Vice Chairman. National Vice Chairman, and that automatically translates to being the chairman of the PDP in the Southwest.
Very well.
Right,
I'm the chairman of the PDP.
Very well.
In the Southwest.
Now, it's good. Now, we've spoken to, our guests that are still here, Alhaji Olawumi and of course Prince Diran Odeyemi, and they have expressed their opinion on, what happened in Ibadan. In fact, Prince Odeyemi, I'm sure you know him, scored what happened in Ibadan with yourself, with Governor Makinde, with everybody there. They call it a charade. That first of all, that convention shouldn't have held because there are different court rulings, and even when you went ahead with it, those, especially the suspension of these officers, that in fact, one or two persons who do the nomination for the suspension, talking about chief body judge, whatever you have accused those persons of is equally guilty of it. And they have, you know, some will say it's a waste of money, just a show of ego, and at best, a charade. Why will you do that?
Let me quickly lay the background as regards to conflicting judgment.
Yeah.
You see, I'm an engineer at the same time. I'm a barrister at law. Supreme Court of Nigeria. When you have two courts of coordinate jurisdiction giving conflicting judgment, the situation can become so complex. But the fundamental issue is that there's no binding precedent. What do I mean? In such cases, neither judgment is binding on the other court as they have equal authority. The decisions are considered persuasive, but not binding. So we leverage on that to conduct a validly conducted convention. What do I mean by validly conducted election? Going by the Electoral Act 2022, the only thing that involves INEC is to inform INEC by giving 21 days notice, which we did. The chairman of the party, as well as the secretary, national secretary, Anya, sign the document. We thank God for that. Any other thing is more or less an academic exercise. We are expecting them to go to court and we will follow them to the Supreme Court. Because in the first instance, the High Court doesn't have any job to do with the internal affairs of the party. It has been so stated. And Ayawu was the beneficiary of the judgment. Because when the judgment got to the Supreme Court, there was no way Ayawu could have even won the case. But thank God the Supreme Court, in their own wisdom, now came with a very sophisticated, technical, fundamental judgment of saying the State High Court that supported the removal of Ayawu by the party, the Court of Appeal that supported the removal of Ayawu, when you got to the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court did not go into the substance of the case. They just say, well, they should have even ventured into it. It was basically the internal affairs of the party. And that was the end of the case. So this issue of conflicting judgment, let's get to the Supreme Court.
All right.
But it will be a disservice. It will be a disservice for anybody to say it was just a terrain of people celebrating December in November.
All right.
You know, what else can show party disloyalty, you know, anti-party activity than what the likes of Wike others are doing? You know, and let me quickly say this because of time. They have a mandate. Let me tell you what that the Wike and his likes, they have a mandate, and the mandate is that we do not have platform, that is PDP's platform to contest 2027 election. That's it. That's it. If you are fighting, husband and wife do fight, not to talk of political party. There could be fight. Let's be very realistic. And nobody is saying that. But this is not a fight. This is destruction. Go and destroy the party. In the APC today in Osun State, there are tensions as to who will emerge as the gubernatorial candidate.
All right, Honorable, let's stay on course. Let's stay on course. Let me ask you this before you go, go ahead. Let's put it into the right perspective. Mr. Jamiu has said that the party did not follow due course in the suspension, at least one of the decisions that was taken at the convention, the suspension of these party members. He has said it expressly. Now, would you judge that, how would you judge the decision to suspend these people? And then I'd like to ask you, following up that in all of these years, in 3 or 4 years, since 2021, why did the party not follow due process? To call these people, according to your constitution, Article 57, saying that there should be fair hearing, at least from these people, the now suspended members. At least Fayose in the party all this while has been a ghost member, right? For Wike, people have seen him, at least followers of the party, have seen him to be someone who has been long overdue for a suspension or expulsion. So why, in all 4 years, has the party not entertained dialogue? Or even if it is this that you arrived to, why did it not come earlier? Why now? And again, Mr. Jamiu Olawumi has talked about Chief Bode George himself, who read out that he was also guilty of the same thing he's accusing others of. The host of this convention, Governor Seyi Makinde, was one of the G5 members, or still is. So why is it that this expulsion took place in part and let some people out?
Yes, thank you so much. Guilty of a particular thing in 2021 doesn't mean you have to be guilty of it in 2025 unless you are directly involved in such an act. The G5, I'm not happy with G5, the way they conducted themselves. But, Governor Seyi Makinde was part of the G5. But he has made a U-turn, a complete U-turn.
Okay, so does that exclude him from penalty for his decision in the past, for his actions in the past?
And the damage he has caused to the party?
He has actually been part of the monumental damage in 2021. I must agree with the recent or thereabout when they started their G5, which I was not interested because I wasn't on that side, and you can see that Article 1 in Osun, unlike in Oyo and some other states where he was badly defeated by the current president. So you are very correct. But they just too, they have accused him of anti-party activities and all that. But he is not as obvious as that of Wike.
Really?
Let us talk about Fayose. It's not that people lack integrity. How can Fayose be claiming to be a member of the PDP? How can he claim it? But because we are in Nigeria, and you know what Nigeria means to all of us, that you can do anything and go away with it. How can we be fighting not to be expelled? We needs not to wait for him to be expelled before he leaves the party. But let me go and join APC and see whether they will accommodate his shenanigans. They will not accommodate it. And let me quickly say this. In terms of fear, I'm a man that believes so much in principle of fear. We have won with it so many times. Company, Aya who has been reprimanded and we won it, who the legal advisor? The legal advisor used his position to have two members of the National Working Committee. If you go into the ground known, the Constitution allows you to be represented by a lawyer of your own choice. But in this case, because of the inassessment, the legal advisor is not allow somebody like this to one in the court.
We're having some issues.
About now, I'll be claiming to be legal advisor of the PDP until the kingdom come.
All right. Alhaji Ajisafe, please hold on. Let me come in here.
Either way, we have to take a position.
All right,
and
fine.
our position is that with all the values of Wike and his life, let them go to another party and show their strength.
All right, fair enough. Point
the mandate.
Yeah, all right.
The mandate is that they do not allow PDP as a party.
Alhaji Ajisafe, if you can hear me, let's start from that mandate part, before we go back to our other guest. You talked about that these guys have a mandate, and the mandate is to destroy your party. Where is the proof of that mandate? Number one, where is that mandate coming from? Who gave them the mandate that you are privy of?
Okay. Let me tell you, they are working with the president. They are working, I'm free to say this, they are working with the APC.
An assumption.
Okay, is there a proof for that?
They are working with the APC. I have no regret.
Sorry, your account is too.
All right.
Prince Diran Odeyemi. Sorry, those statements that I credited to Mr. Jamiu Olawumi were from you. All right, so you've heard the national chairman of the PDP Southwest. You've heard him speak. You yourself, you've heard my colleague, credit some statements to Caleb Mutwang and Fayose and all of those. How come in the PDP for the past 3 or 4 years now, you've had the dead mixed with the living in your party and nothing has been done? Nothing was done. You talked about dialogue. Why was dialogue, not taken? I'm hearing that Prince Odeyemi has been, disconnected. All right, now let me ask
you. I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So I was asking, why was dialogue not? Why was this line not told? All of these people who are releasing statements now, dissociating themselves from the expulsion of these members or suspension, whatever it is. All of these people who are now dissociating themselves, why, were statements, alluding to the fact that they did not support what the G5 did. They would want, due process followed so that all of these, errant members could be brought to, book and be made to face what the constitution of the party says. So why did you people sit on a keg of gunpowder and didn't do anything until now?
You see, it is very difficult to color the wrong thing, in a right cloth. There is no way you can do that successfully. We have been in this crisis for years. And the reason why there has not been any solution is because of ego. I continue to say that. And it is because some leaders believe that they can use the party as avenue to project whatever they have against themselves. It has been a situation whereby virtually all the members, the BOT, the leadership, are sharply divided among these pillars, individuals. My brother Ajisafe was accusing APC and the presidency of, having a hand in our problems in PDP, which I beg to disagree.
Mr. Damadu,
what is the involvement of the APC in the issue of Lamido? Is it the presidency that said Lamido should go and contest and you deny him the form through which he can contest an election? Why not leave that for the delegate to decide? Give him the form, let him come and contest, let him Let him campaign.
Are you ruling out interference, Prince?
Am I what?
Are you ruling out interference from the opposition?
How do you mean? I don't understand that question.
You said, was it the president or the presidency that...
Yes, that
are you
is
ruling out interference?
It's self-inflicted problems that we have in PDP. Even though if we are alluding the crisis to APC, the question is, if the cause of a sickness is known, why will the solution be so hard for you to do? We continue to flout our constitution. That is the issue. We flouted our constitution about democratic, internal democracy, which was part of the reason why the court said, don't go ahead with this election. What is wrong in giving Sule Lamido a form to contest? Was that orchestrated by APC? I disagree. When the court said, we are recognizing the secretary, the legal advisor, go and conduct congresses, was it the presidency or the APC that said, don't go and do it? If you do the needful, if you do the right thing, you are not likely to be in this kind of a crisis up till now.
All right, Prince Odeyemi,
and just like my brother was trying to, yes.
Yeah, I'll come back to you. But hopefully we'll have Alhaji Ajisafe back because he was part of the host, and so he has so much explanation to make. And Alhaji Jamiu, let me come back to you. You talked about, we were talking about anti-party activities, suspension of area members, which the PDP said they have done, although some are dissociating themselves from it. Let's come to your party. At a time, your party in Osun State suspended Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola.
And he's no longer in the party, so there's no issue about that.
Hold on, sir. You suspended Alhaji Rauf Aregbesola for anti-party activities. Yeah. There was no proof, maybe you tell us this morning, that there was any panel that was summoned to, or any party organ that he was given the opportunity to face to come and explain his position. Your party did the same thing.
No,
Heaven didn't fall. The man left the party.
I disagree with you. He openly campaigned against the incumbent governor.
Okay.
And there was suspension, and there was a panel set up by the party, before which he failed to appear.
Did the panel invite him?
Yes. It was an open invitation to all that were suspended.
By the party or the Ilori Oluwa camp? Because I know what I'm saying.
No.
Because
excuse me.
One will say it's always
don't mix.
No, I'm not mixing it. Let me pose my question so that you can answer.
Okay.
There was always that issue between the Ilori Oluwa camp and the Omoluabi camp, headed by party leaders, Alhaji Oyetola, and then Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola. And some felt it was a party, or a thing of supremacy between the two. Yes, you said it, and it was openly seen, campaigning against the candidate of your party and all of those things. But then some felt it was pre-planned. And whatever you are accusing Aregbesola of the party, I don't mean you personally, was definitely pre-planned. You push him out of the party, and then you are talking about suspension and a lot of those things. In this case, what has PDP done that APC in Osun have
And
not
there
done?
was there dialogue? Was there dialogue before the suspension?
Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Let me tell you, don't let us mix issues.
No, we are not mixing. I'm only saying what happened in Ibadan.
Let me talk.
How is it different from what Osun
That's my
APC did?
takeoff, or I should not take off.
Go ahead. That's why we have you here.
And so that should not interrupt me.
Go ahead.
All
Sir.
right, please go ahead.
Don't let us mix issues.
Okay.
You are talking about PDP. PDP that has two National Executive Council. Because some Anyawu suspended all this by the Damagun, also came back to write INEC to have suspended the Damagun group. So even communication to suspend, to postpone the convention that was held in Ibadan was written by Anyawu faction to the INEC.
So there were two factions here at the time in Osun APC as well. The Ilori Oluwa faction and the Progressives.
Continue to answer the question.
The question is for
the
you.
question is for you.
No, since you have an answer.
Yes, I have to build up on what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
What do you have to say to that as well?
I don't
My
have
colleague
anything to say. Since you have said it.
No. The question is for you. Don't let's shy away from the answer. You have the floor, sir.
You know I don't run away from questions.
You have the floor
But
now.
I don't like badging to it.
You have the floor now.
You have a former governor. For whatever reasons that were not made public, disagreeing between themselves. And you can also recall a lot of meetings to settle, even by the Asiwaju, the current president, at Babakande's place about 3 or 4 times. One of those meetings, the former governor, Ralph Aregbesola, was made to be the secretary so that he would not say a minute was taken against him in the meeting. Before it escalated, he went out to campaign against the incumbent governor of his party, and reasonably, a party will suspend you if you do that, not expel you. It was suspended. There was disciplinary committee to listen to reasons from all that were suspended alongside with him. They didn't attend. So if you don't attend a disciplinary committee meeting for you to let people know your position, you are assumed to have taken it that you are guilty of it. It's everywhere. If there's a court session, you don't come there, the judgment will be entered against you. So judgment of that erring actions were entered against him. That's why he was expelled from the.
So it's not the same thing as what has happened.
It's not the same thing.
In this case now.
It's not the same thing.
That's what you're saying.
You have 2 groups laying claims to a soul of a party. Either has quit the sin. Anya is laying claims, Damagun is laying claims. So the party is fractionalized.
All right. We learned Alhaji Ajisafe is back. Alhaji, can you hear me? Alhaji Ajisafe, if you can hear us, please speak up.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
right.
quickly, because of time right now, we'd like to do it very quickly. You tried to justify everything that has happened, and people are saying, you talked about integrity in the case of Fayose, and one would say, what integrity are you talking about? The same Chief Bode Judge you nominated, or you spoke about, or moved that motion for the suspension of these suspended officials, that he was seen publicly, endorsing Peter Obi. In fact, not just Peter Obi, I remember endorsing Gbadebo's Viva in Lagos State. That's where his own party, that was Gender then, had a Guba candidate. So you are talking about integrity now. Oh, so what integrity are you talking about? Number one. And number two, I'd like you to answer it together. This decision, hold on, sir. This decision that you have came up with, 2 governors of your party, in fact, the man who superintended the planning of that convention has dissociated himself from it. So where are you heading?
Yeah, thank you so much. The issue of Chief Bode Judge, at a point he was guilty of that, but he apologized. I can show you documents. He apologized for that outburst.
To who?
Of endorsing another candidate.
He apologized to who?
He apologized to the party.
Really?
To the National Working Committee.
And that's
to the National Working Committee. We have documents.
Okay.
You can fact check that. Number 2, on the issue of former governor of Jigawa State, you can go to the National Library to get the newspapers. We advertise with time when you can come for forms, nomination forms. The former governor slept off, only for him to just wake up from the blues and say he wants to get a form. It should be an infraction for the party to give him form. It doesn't take anything for him to be given a form.
Alhaji Ajisafe, Alhaji Ajisafe, you're on national television and then you are speaking to history and records. Now, the thing is, did Lamido, former Governor Lamido, did he apply outside of the given dates? That's number one.
Yes.
Number two.
That is exactly what he did.
How come immediately when he came for the application, Governor Fintiri, who was superintending that planning, then announced the suspension of the sale of the form, for the time being? Try to do the connection. So it was like the guy Oh, sorry, the man was intentionally shot out. And now this is playing out.
You know that P3 was not in the administrative side of the party. That statement might just be a clip. But I'm telling you fundamentally, which you can check.
You should know the
okay.
You can verify the date.
All right.
We have already people passed the screening of the aspirants. When it came, what Lamido should have done was to go to court and say because you tell us to extend the sale of form, that could have been a very straightforward jacket. That means the court is the court, not the party that is changing the goalpost. Because the other people too can go to court and say, why are we denying taking of forms? Instead, why do we have to treat former Governor Jigawa the way by giving him form? That is another thing. But what I'm saying is that if you are talking about the APC suspending people, you know the way they go about it. Our own is even more deep in terms of infraction of their anti-party activities.
You mean to say what?
I mean to say that somebody like Fayose went as far as going to APC gathering, wearing a cap of PDP, telling them that his voice will be going, that here you have to be, it's not like PDP where they condone all these shenanigans. Here you have to listen to the leaders. It was on national television. He has not been attending party activities. He has not been paying his dues. He has not been associating with the party anymore. It's only in PDP that you can do all what you are doing. And the public opinion favors that they should be suspended. And we have cautioned them so many times.
All right.
Even the National Legal Advisor, what else do you want us to do?
All right, Honorable Ajisafe.
They just want to kill the party. And we're
running out of time.
From them.
Well, sorry, we're running out of time. Let me pose this to Prince Diran Odeyemi quickly in a minute. You're seeing what is happening in the party now. The convention has, taken place. It's over. Now let's talk about the takeaways from the convention. Looking ahead towards the next election, what do you think the party has ahead of it?
Litigations, and series of litigations. To such an extent that it will be very difficult for anybody to aspire under PDP. That is the sad situation that we find ourselves today. And I pity my brother. Because
and the only way we can
stop him is to confront him. Let us go to court and let the court decide. Because if that's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying now.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That rather than the convention solving the problem, we have compounded the problem because the whole exercise we now go to the judiciary to interpret.
We have not compounded anything.
It or not.
We have not compounded anything.
I understand you. I understand you. I know your position, and you know my position too. My position is, I am not saying don't suspend, don't discipline any member, but do it in the manner that it should be done. Not that somebody will now come and play to the gallery at the convention and say, yes, we are suspending these people for an offense that they are also guilty of. You mentioned something now
All right, chieftains of the PDP. Chieftains of the PDP, we've heard from you. We've heard from you. Let's hear from Mr. Jamiu. What's leverage? Looking at the situation of the PDP now, probably trying to curtail a crisis has entered into another crisis. How is the APC going to leverage on this?
I'd like to take an admonition from what Prince Diran Odeyemi said. If engineer or lawyer Ajisafe would take it. Oshiomhole left the chairmanship of the party when he was suspended at his ward level. And that is the rule of the party. And that is again what Prince Odeyemi acknowledged. Ajisafe has told us now that public opinion is what is ruling in their party, not the constitution of the party.
Not only public opinion.
You said public opinion has given you the leeway to suspend members,
That is
not the constitution of the party.
That is an extra comfort.
That's an expert comfort.
All the constitutional requirements of
excuse me,
them.
I'm speaking to what you have said.
Thank you. Thank you from the APC that you are even talking about us. Thank you.
I guess, gentlemen, we have to go.
Yes.
We are totally...
The APC is injured.
Right.
Continue to have ramblings.
We are totally out of time.
We'll fish from it.
Thank you very much, Alhaji Jamiu Olawumi.
Thank you very
for your
much.
time.
Thank you.
And barrister, engineer, Kamarudin Adetoye.
The professional law does not allow somebody to be an engineer and a lawyer.
Ajisafe.
You have to pick one.
Thank you very much.
If he cares to know.
He is the National Vice Chairman Southwest of the PDP. Thank you for your time.
Jamiu, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. And of course, Prince Diran Odeyemi, a former national officer of that party. Thank you, Prince.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. We have to go. Bye-bye.
All right, people, you've heard and you've seen the robust conversation on the show today. We hope and look forward to another robust conversation tomorrow. Join us tomorrow at the same time. All right, my name is Temitope Ajijola, and until then, stay on the right side of the law.
Femi Ojo is my name. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless Nigeria.